we're still trying to get our breath back after that marvellous performance by Nigel Benn, winning his fight in the second round. Now, one of the more promising of our younger fighters is the 18-year-old light middleweight Tony Collins, brother of Georgie Boy Collins. Tony started his career in a very, very bright way because he's won all his 11 fights, and he was trying to extend that record tonight against Nottingham's Chris Richards, who is going to be wearing the gold trunks, and we join the fight for the opening bell.
Seconds out, first round.
So this is the first six-rounder then for the unbeaten Tony Collins against Chris Richards from Nottingham. He was 18 recently, Tony Collins, and last of the Boxing Border Control apprenticeship fighters. And he's been in 4 rounders to get his 11 wins, 6 of those inside the distance. But Chris Richards, who's 19, step up in class this for him. For Collins, that is, because this fella's been the distance with Damien Denny and Brian Robinson, who are stablemates of Collins. He's with the Wally Swift stable, the ex-champion. Having seen Richards, there's one thing for sure. Tony Collins won't have to go looking for him because Richards will be stalking him. Collins tends to, well, get stuck in a bit too early at times, Jim, but I think he's showing a bit of sensible respect here for Richards.
Yeah, well, I think being he's only been boxing 4 rounds, he probably feels he's in a hurry before the first bell even sounds. So maybe moving up to the 6 rounders will settle him down. A little bit untidy here. The referee is just trying to tidy things up as soon as possible.
The crowd don't agree with Nick White, but I suppose he's got to do it early on with these fellas when they're still in the preliminary class and wait and make championship levels before they learn the game that way. Minute to go then in the opening round, scheduled for 6. Collins 11 stone and a half pound, Richards 11 stone 2 pounds. Very cautious start indeed, Jim, as we come up to the end of the opening round for Collins.
Yeah, well, Collins has had things pretty much his own way in his pro career so far, but he stepped up slightly up in class here, so he's obviously paying a little bit more respect to Richards than he has done his earlier foes.
Seconds out, round 2.
We're into the second round then. Tony Collins having a real good look round at the tough Chris Richards from Nottingham in the opening round, and I think Richards has really got an idea that he's going to stop this boy's unbeaten record, because he's certainly showing a lot of confidence. Untidy there, and Nick White saying to Richards, break when I say so, don't throw the punches on the back of the neck, presumably. Physically, Jim, it's always a move up, because this lad didn't box Collins as a senior amateur either.
Yeah, well, Obviously, when he's in with mature opponents, he'll feel the strength. Although he's been in with one or two mature opponents in his early, in his first year as a pro. But Richards is a little bit better than anybody he's faced previously. But he is settling down. He's now trying to use his advantages in height and reach, and he's picking his punches nicely now.
That long right hand seems like got home because Richards was off his feet for a second there, but recovered. But quite rightly is holding on for dear life. But I think the referee was more angry with Collins than he was with Richards. Oh, he walked into that one. You see, he got a little bit reckless because he had the man hurt, and he walked right into it. As I was saying, I think Richards fancied he might stop this lad. Certainly his winning run. Now, can he get over this round or not? Remember, his boxing now the 3-minute duration and not the 2, Tony Collins. Minute to go. The big haymaker right that he's trying, Richards, is a bit obvious. And Collins should get himself out of there, I think. He's boxing his way out of trouble now, Jim.
Yeah, well, what troubles me slightly, that's really the first time I've seen Collins take a decent shot in his pro career and it bowled him over. But he certainly showed the grit. He's hung on in there, got his head cleared, and he's come firing back with some good punches. But as I say, that's the first time I've seen him caught with a decent punch, and it's not so nice to see him going over from it.
Well, it's round 3 livened up to some war, this one, with Tony Collins hitting the deck in the second. And a bit surprised, and then at one time he looked as though he'd rocked Richards a bit. And it's a little bit of a needle type of fight. The referee's really been nagging at them. They're both taking chances to get stuck in, Jim. They're holding their heads up as they move in.
Yeah, well, Richards is a man who has to take the chances. Collins has the advantage in reach. He is the better boxer at long range. So Richards has to take chances, and he was caught in the previous round doing exactly this, but it paid off for him when his own big punch landed. But if he stands off and tries to box Collins, then he'll be there all night. It won't do him any good at all.
Richards was just that bit more accurate with his punches. It'd certainly be getting Collins going a bit, but on the other hand, Collins is showing very good defensive stuff. He started to slip them now. He knows there's danger there, all right. He's a gritty competitor, Collins, Jim, isn't he?
Well, you have to hand it to the way he came back in the previous round. He was badly shaken up under pressure when he got back up again. But within a few seconds, he got his head cleared and started firing back with good punches. So for a young 18-year-old, it's not bad going.
Well, all this posing going on with a minute to go in the third. Both looking for the opening. Oh, he doubled up the left hook, and he's looked as though he's done, Richards, and he has. And Trott almost had him on the floor there, and the referee threw him back to the corner, and it's all over in the third. That's some comeback for Collins. It's a bit risky, Jim, almost catching the fellow on the canvas, because he went for him.
Yeah, well, he's done that a couple of times in the past. We see the fighters on the floor, he throws punches over their heads. But what a lovely turnaround for him. He had to show a little bit of grit tonight. He showed that grit and came out on top with a lovely finish.
Well, this is how it finished there, as he backed off. He got caught with that left hook, Jim. There he goes again.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2 minutes.
and there's the one that got away. Now let's have a look at this angle now at the finish, Jim.
Well, obviously, Collins favours the left hook because bang, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches come over. The last one was a clincher. A lovely punch to finish things for tonight.
Well, what a dramatic win there for Tony Collins, coming back with
Guns now,